What's up, everyone? Welcome to Aftershock. I'm Aaron, and today we're going to be bringing you the results and my review from Sunday's WWE Payback 2017 pay-per-view, or should I even call it a pay-per-view anymore? Because let's face it, there is no pay-per-views unless you're paying $60. So I'll just call it a special event, or a pay-per-view maybe, since the network is technically the internet. Oh well, let's jump on right on into it with the kickoff. Sam Roberts joins the panel. Renee Young was wearing a black and white striped top. She looked like she was getting ready to ref a match. I think someone actually said that. Is quite funny. Next, we have Sasha Banks joining as a guest, and she says that Bayley will retain. She's very confident. Next, we have the tag team match on the kickoff, which was Enzo and Cass versus the Club, Gallows and Anderson. Enzo and Cass did their usual pre-match stick work, like always. Wasn't the best, though. I just didn't. It may be getting to me where they do it every single week, but it wasn't like it used to be. Just my opinion. The Club had control in the beginning, not letting Enzo tag, doing a good job cutting off the ring. Enzo and Anderson slightly botched the first tag interception spot that Anderson likes to usually do with the knee, but he just done it with a shoulder block because he didn't have the time. They slightly botched that. Enzo dodged the second attempt at the knee for the interception, but Gallows pulled Cass off the ropes before Enzo could make the tag. Cass ends up later on getting the hot tag, hitting the Empire Elbow. Cass big booted Anderson to counter the Magic Killer on Enzo. Enzo ends up coming out of the Magic Killer, rolling up Gallows, and getting the win. It wasn't the best opener in my opinion, but it's Enzo and Cass, so, I mean, we'll give it to him, you know. I'm a fan of Enzo and Cass. Even though I said they're not like they used to be, I still like them. Match wasn't all that, but it was a kickoff match. 5 of 10. Next, we have the Golden Truth approaches the Hardys backstage. They say they will ask Kurt for a title match. Matt done the proverbial wink at the end with a little bit of broken references. Next, we have Sheamus and Cesaro joining Charlie Caruso in the social media lounge. They say they will beat the best tonight. And I guess they're maybe slowly but surely trying to make the Cesaro name a thing. I don't know how well that's going to work, but they kept saying it, so. Next and the final segment on the kickoff show was Miz TV with special guest Finn Balor. Finn says he's going to get his title back from Brock. Miz ends up running his mouth saying, I like that. Do you know who the Universal Champion is? Brock Lesnar. He would eat you alive. Hell, I would beat your ass. I love that, you guys. The Miz is just fucking awesome. YouTube. I'm having a good time tonight, you guys. Miz, like I said, ends up running his mouth. Finn steps up, but the Miz puts Maurice in between them. But then at the end, Finn caught him with a sling blade and a big corner drop kick. Now we'll move on to the main card. The first match was Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Owens was announced as the face of America, which is awesome. In the beginning, Owens wouldn't get in the ring, like playing up on the head games, playing up on the heel character, until Chris ran him down. Ran around the ring, hit him. Owens rolled to the outside to avoid the line salt, then countered the triangle drop kick with, he ends up slamming Chris's head in the ring post. Owens hit a cannonball outside of the barricade. Owens powered out of the walls. Owens countered the code breaker after Jericho countered the pop-up powerbomb. Owens got the knees up for the line salt and hit a cannonball in the corner, a second cannonball. Jericho countered the pop-up powerbomb with a Frankensteiner into the walls. Owens gets one finger on the rope yet again. I kind of wish they wouldn't have done that again because it takes away from it a little bit, but nonetheless, don't do it again. That's the second time. Don't do it again, please. It was cool. It was good the way it was. Don't do it again. Don't mess it up. They shouldn't make that a thing, like I was saying. The finger thing, they shouldn't make that a thing. Jericho put Owens' arm in between the ring steps and in between the ring and the steps, and kicked the steps into his arm. Owens' finger poked him in the eye for the near fall roll up. Owens' hurt hand couldn't lift him for the powerbomb attempt. Jericho locked on the walls, but again, Owens' hurt arm couldn't make it to the rope this time. Jericho wins via submission by the walls of Jericho, and we have a new United States champion, which is much to my surprise, because I know Chris is set to leave in very shortly to go back on tour with Fozzy to promote his brand new Judas album, which is awesome. Check it out, guys. Great. Post-match, a kid had a list in the first row with KO's name on it in big letters. Chris Jericho goes over to him, signs it, and high-fives him. I thought that was really cool. The story told in this match was solid. I liked it. The hurt arm, and I liked it. It was solid. What did I rate it? A 7, actually. It was one of the better matches on the card, in my opinion. A 7 of 10. Next, we have the Cruiserweight Championship. Austin Aries versus the champion Neville. Austin had control in the beginning. Aries hit a tope hilo, then dove out over the top rope. Neville avoided the 450 with a big drop kick to turnbuckle-seated Aries. Neville hit a super missile drop kick. Neville taunted the crowd until Aries ended up drop kicking him over the ropes. Aries hit the pendulum elbow with the STO, then the flatliner combo, and then he gets straight up and does the pendulum elbow. He hit that. Then he hit the spinning elbow from the top. Aries hit the hate-seeking missile suicide dive. Neville fought out of the first attempt at the last chancery. Neville reversed the discus 5-arm with a spinning kick. Neville rolled away from Aries, who was about to go for another 450. Aries hit a sunset flip powerbomb from the top into a last chancery. Neville ends up grabbing the ref somehow and pulling him on top of both competitors to get DQ'd. Aries wins, but Neville still stays the champion. I'm just saying, like, they need to put the title on Aries before. I mean, Neville's okay right now. Neville's awesome. I've enjoyed what he's doing, but they need to hurry up and do something, because things get stale, you know. 6.5 of 10 for me. Very decent match. Very good match. Next, we have Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The crowd automatically chanted, "Delete, delete, delete," and "Brother Nero." Hardys hit the poetry in motion very early. Sheamus hit the rolling senton. Sheamus arm dragged Jeff through the ropes to the outside. That was a pretty cool spot. Sheamus kicked Jeff in the face for real and knocked his tooth out. You could actually see it flying out. It's crazy. So he's gapped right here now. Cool, though. Take him on for the team. Sheamus hit the Irish Curse. Jeff hit the Whisper and Win on both opponents. Matt hit the corner clothesline bulldog combo for a near fall. Matt hit the side effect for another near fall. Jeff dove off the apron onto Sheamus. Matt missed the moonsault, and Cesaro hit the springboard corkscrew elbow. Cesaro did the swing on Matt, followed by the sharpshooter, but Jeff pushed the rope so Matt could grab it. Veteran instincts. Sheamus hit a super white noise from the top rope. I caught Jeff standing at the wrong corner at the last spot of the match. He went to Sheamus and Cesaro's corner. It was crazy. I caught that. Not a lot of people maybe did, but I did. He stood there for like maybe 2 minutes before somebody told him. Sheamus reversed the twist. Didn't see the blind tag from Jeff though. He hits a big power slam on Matt and goes for the cover. The ref's trying to tell him he's not legal. But while he's doing that, Sheamus is covering Matt. Jeff swantons him for the win, and the Hardys retain the titles. Post-match, though, the losers attacked the Hardys, and Matt was busted open. They kicked Jeff's face into the post. It was just crazy. Big heel turn, I called it. As soon as this match started, I know I was here by my lonesome in my home, but I said it out loud. Actually, I said, I know for a fact one of these teams are either going to turn on each other or one of these teams are going to turn heel. I knew it. So yeah, that happened, and maybe could this break the Hardys sometime soon? I hope, because I can't wait. Match was a 7 of 10. Great match. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. Next, we have Strowman cut a promo backstage saying Roman will beg for him to put him out of his misery. Then we have Alexa Bliss versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. Very slow starting, boring in my opinion in the beginning stages. Alexa hit the head kicks at the rope. Bayley hit a big side suplex and then a big spinning elbow from the top. Bayley teased the belly to Bayley from the top, but Alexa countered with a sunset flip powerbomb. Alexa hit the double knees. Bayley reversed the moonsault, hit a big running knee. Bayley hit the super elbow drop for a near fall. Alexa kicks Bayley's head into the ring post. Bayley went for the roll-up. Alexa kicks out and kept a hold of the front chancery. Picked her up for the big DDT and the win. We have a new champion, and it's the first woman to hold the SmackDown and the Raw Championships both since the inception of the draft and the new brand split, so I thought that was kind of cool. 6.5. Not the best match, but not the worst at all. Next, we have Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, the House of Horrors. Are you ready, guys? Oh my God. Match starts in the house, ends in the ring. Randy shows up in a limo looking around at weapons and creepy dolls. Bray attacks him from behind. I loved when Bray said, "Welcome to hell, Randy." I liked that. Randy hit Bray over the head with some glass, and then Bray ran away, rocking through the hallway. An arm comes out of the wall, grabs his neck, but you could clearly see, if you guys paid attention, you could clearly see that in that hole in the wall, it was Bray doing that, because you could see him walk away. I seen that. Bray put him through the wall again, attacks him again. Randy walks into the room with dolls, hanging from the ceiling and making baby noises and stuff. Bray attacks him again. Randy ends up putting him through a drywall. I believe it was just some thin drywall, but nonetheless. Bray attacked him again in the kitchen. Bray tips over the big refrigerator on top of him, which was probably the best part of this first half of this match. Bray walks outside, gets in the limo, and says, "Take me to the arena," and sings, "I got the whole world," the whole way there. To be continued later in the ring. In the meantime, we have Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe in a grudge match. Seth used a springboard clothesline from the barricade. That seems to be what he's using now instead of the knee. Rollins hit the suicide dive after Joe rolled out, avoiding the second clothesline 2 times. Joe targeted the knee. They played up on that again. Joe hit a suicide dive of his own. Joe hit the backsplash senton on Rollins' leg, which was pretty cool. Joe hit the corner Pele. Rollins hit the corner flatliner, the turnbuckle flatliner. Joe caught Rollins from the top with the cross knee buster, and then he locked on the knee bar, which is something I ain't seen from Joe in a little while. Joe used the powerbomb crab combo into the clover leaf. Rollins hit the sling blade. Seth hit the blockbuster for a near fall. Rollins' leg buckled under Joe, then under Joe in a powerbomb position. But then he hits the Falcon Arrow. Seth hit a big frog splash for a near fall. Seth reversed the Coquina clutch by using the corner and floating over for a cover like we've seen in the past. Near fall, Joe locks on the clutch again. Seth rolls into a fireman's carry, into a roll-up, and gets the win, which I thought was a perfect way to do it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I did, because you can't let a injured Seth Rollins cleanly beat Samoa Joe. You can't. He's Samoa Joe, you know? So it kind of saved him a little bit, kind of saved face a little bit to make him not look so weak. Match was awesome, 7 of 10. I thought this was possibly the best match on the card. Next we have Bray Wyatt rolls back into the arena in the limo, enters down the ramp to the ring with his music and his lantern. The lights go even darker. When they come back on, Randy's behind him. Nobody expected it. We did. Randy, he has a steel chair. Randy hits him with a steel chair, hit the spike DDT from the announce table. The Singh brothers, which was the Bollywood boys, end up entering and attack Randy. Randy cleans them out. Wyatt goes for Sister Abigail. Orton rolls him up, then rolls him through, then hits the RKO. Jinder Mahal then enters with Randy's WWE title and hits him with it. Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail out of nowhere! Randy for the win. Bray wins, thank God. But I actually wanted to see Bray beat the crap out of Randy. Not because I don't like Randy, just because I really like Bray and he needs it. Nonetheless, he got the win. Awesome selling by both of these gentlemen in the house match. I love their selling. They did overall great work. I'm just done with this feud, to be honest. It's too out there, too over the top for me. It's run its course. Like, it was good while it lasted, but it's over. Like, I'm not feeling it anymore. Awesome selling. Awesome work by both guys, though. Kudos. You thought Bray Wyatt was hurting. He was awesome. Next, we have the main event, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Reigns wastes little time going for Braun in the beginning. Braun reversed the drive-by catch, and Reigns throws him into the barricade. Roman hit the Samoan drop. Roman hit the drive-by. They played the cat-and-mouse game where Reigns evades Braun, and he hits the turnbuckles and the post. They played that a lot, as they usually do with Strowman, because you got to. Strowman kicked out of the spear. Braun reversed the second spear with a big boot. Reigns hit 2 Superman punches. Strowman popped him up and caught him in the arm triangle that he hasn't used forever. I wished he would still use that. The standing arm triangle. Into a power slam. He actually let go of the arm triangle, picked him up into a power slam. Braun gets the steps. Into the first power slam. Reigns kicks out, picks him up, hits the second power slam for the win. Braun wins 6.5, 10 maybe. It was okay. Post-match, Braun gets the steps, sets him up sideways, hits snake eyes on him, then dropped him on a prone Reigns. Roman refused to get on the stretcher. And then we seen later on the network on Raw Talk, Braun charges Reigns when he makes it to the ambulance. Reigns moves, Strowman takes the ambulance door off. Roman repeatedly slams the opposite door onto Braun's head and shoulder. And then Braun ended up escaping, and that was the end of it. So it wasn't a bad pay-per-view. I give it maybe a 7. 6.5. 6.5. Without the House of Horrors match, it maybe would have been a 7.5 maybe. It wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed this event. The House of Horrors match was entertaining, but like I said, I'm done with this feud. I enjoyed Payback. I hope you guys enjoyed Payback, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review as all of my other videos as well. Do me a favor, if you do enjoy, super kick that like button, super kick that subscribe button. I'm not looking for any fame or fortune. I'm just doing this because I enjoy doing it. But the support of some of my friends can never hurt. So share it to your Facebook, Twitter, anything else. So maybe some other wrestling fans can see my work. And I've got other videos besides wrestling on here too, you guys. We're already at 18 and a half minutes, so I'm getting out of here. You guys have a safe evening, and I will catch you on the flip side.